This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network. And joining me right now is Patrick Duffy. He is with Red 5 Limited. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is RED on the ASX. You can actually see Patrick and his team do an investor presentation at the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek, which is happening September 8th through the 11th. For more information and to register, go to the conference website. With that, Patrick, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Robert, how are you?
Can't complain. So this is our first time doing an interview together. So I'd love to start off with a quick overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there.
No, sure. Look, cut to the point. Red 5 is building the King of the Hills gold mine right behind me. You can see we're all past 50% project completion, and we're on track for first gold in the June quarter of 2022. We have two other assets, and all three of the projects have had significant news in the past couple of weeks. I'm happy to share that with you today. So it's King of the Hills, the Darlot Gold Mine in Western Australia, and also we have an asset in the Philippines called Sienna, which we've just announced a divestment on Sienna. So we'll go through that through the call.
Very good. So, what would you say makes your projects at Red 5 unique and different compared to some of your peers out there?
Yeah, so King of the Hills will be one of the top 10 gold mines in Australia. It's a 2.4 million ounce ore reserve. As I mentioned, it's currently under construction, very close now to first gold. It's on schedule, it's on budget. So Western Australia is a very difficult labour market right now, but we're protected by our fixed price contracts. It's got a price tag of 226 million Aussie dollars. It's fully funded, the debt's all in place. So once we're into production, it'll be producing over 200,000 ounces per annum. Its costs will be below the industry cost curve in Australia. We've got a very unique mill that's oversized for the sort of design, but it's a similar scale of and size to and dimensions to the Lake Cowal gold mine owned by Evolution, and also the Gruyere gold mine owned by Gold Road, which are both top 10 gold mines in Australia. And the processing plant and the ore body both are significant strategic advantages for us.
Great. So can you tell us about the team in place that you have that helped put everything together here at Red 5?
Yeah, so the Red 5 largely is an ex-Glencore, Xstrata and Evolution team. We've got a really A-grade construction manager right now at King of the Hills, Warren King. He's built a number of projects both in Australia and overseas, very successful. Our Chief Operating Officer, Jason Grieve, his ex-Evolution, worked both big miners, small miners. He was actually the General Manager for Lake Cowal in New South Wales. Our Managing Director, Mark Williams, has worked both in Australia and overseas, built big projects, has an excellent track record. So it's a very strong team, and I'm lucky to be part of it.
All right, so to close this out, really before I let you go here today, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now for the rest of 2021 going into 2022?
Yeah, so there's probably two to touch on. One, first of all, we've announced that our Darlot gold mine, which is 100 kilometres north of King of the Hills, next year will be starting as a satellite mine to King of the Hills. This year it's producing 62 to 72,000 ounces from its current processing plant, but the opportunity to truck the ore to King of the Hills is a real step change in cost base for Darlot, and we anticipate being able to mine for a number of years as a high-grade satellite feed to King of the Hills. A second catalyst is, as I mentioned, the sale of Sienna, which is a US $55 million divestment, which we announced on the 29th of July. So that fully exits the Philippines for us. We'll get a $19 million cash payment in the next couple of weeks, which will be only add to the strength of our balance sheet for the next 12 months as we develop King of the Hills. And there's also a $36 million US royalty stream that comes with that. And then clearly first production at King of the Hills next year will see us virtually almost triple production.
Well, with that, where can our audience go and find more information about Red 5?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go to our website and subscribe for any news. Also, our LinkedIn profile for Red 5 has weekly videos of construction progress. So both are great sources for you, Robert.
And that's www.red5ltd.com. Well, Patrick, thank you. Patrick, thank you again for joining us today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. I look forward to our next update.
Likewise. Thanks very much, Robert.
Thank you. Again, my name is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, which is happening September 8th through the 11th. And Patrick will be there with the team, giving an investor presentation on Red 5. And thank you all for listening.